Hi everyone, good day to you. I welcome you to another weekly market forecast. My name is Yemi Olaleye. We'll be checking out what we have for this week from Monday 13th to Monday 17th, 2025. Starting out with the forestfactory.com outlook on the fundamental inside. On Monday 13th, we have bank holiday in Japan, Canada, and USA. And of course, the tentative pending news and fundamentals on USD continues as the USA government shuts down. On Tuesday, we have the US dollar and crypto pounds coming up. We don't know what the chairman will be saying, Powell, what will be saying about the US dollar coming up on Tuesday. But let's wait and anticipate. Wednesday, we should be expecting AUD news, which is the RBA. Governor Bullock will be speaking. The last outlook that we had on this was a very, very weak one because there is a lot of momentum on Gribbon pounds AUD, which was a buy at the last 8 hours of last week trading. And let's see, on Thursday we have the most of the high impact news for this week, which happens to cover up on AUD, Gribbon pounds, US dollar, and Canadian dollar. And all of this has a magnificent impact they're going to play if they play out eventually. But so be it. US dollar is still on the tentative outlook. Okay. On Friday, there's no high impact news, and this is what we have for the fundamental outlook for the week. Let's go straight to the technical one and see how this can impact our trading. Then, starting from the DXY, last week we have a significant bullish momentum on DXY, regardless of the gap that happened. And currently, this is still looking bullish, as you can see here. I shared this before now. I'm expecting more bullish momentum on the DXY, and currently it's showing just that. So this is the entire outlook on it. And my bias on this remains the same without wasting time and repeating words. So I'm still looking for more bullish momentum right here. As a matter of fact, I'm still expecting the XY to go bullish up to this extent right there. So for me, personally, I'm not looking towards any direction right now. Then I'm expecting the bullish momentum. The irony of it is the last time this happened with the shutdown of the government during the first administrative year of Donald Trump, we had bearish momentum on the USA economy. But right here this is what we have, and we are following the chart, following what we have on the chart right here. So this is it. On the daily time frame perspective, this looks good a little until Friday. It started selling off on Friday with bearish momentum right there. As you can see, the bearish momentum for candlestick on Friday was almost the same as that of bullish one on Thursday. And what are we expecting for this week? Well, look at what we had before. This was the last outlook we had. I expected the price to move into here before it started buying, but it has not fulfilled what I was expecting. So I can take this off, take this off. Then this week, what am I expecting? There's a little gap right here, though. If I check it out, there's a little gap between this week and this week. So which means if I'm expecting momentum, I can easily wait for this to come here and start playing out to the other side. But I did it to keep this very simple. I'm looking at more bullish momentum at the end of the day on the DXY. I'm looking for more bullish momentum at the end of the day on the DXY. So for our time frame perspective, if I check that, I have multiple entries here. I have series of things like an outlook. Okay, one is here, whereby I can expect the price to actually still move a bit upward direction and do all of this and before it starts moving eventually. So let's keep it simple based on the time frame we're dealing with. It's still a profitable week. All right. On the Euro US dollar last week, this is what we had here. We had some fantastic week before then we have some sell. Okay, so for our time frame perspective, this is what we have, and let's just go to the weekly to keep it simple. So on the weekly time frame perspective, this is it. We have a bearish one right there. Like I shared before, we had a massive bearish momentum, and this is looking a lot of bearish, like right now. I shared this 2 weeks ago where I was telling my students I'll be expecting more bearish momentum till the price gets here. So look at what we have. Ideally, I was expecting the market to get here, but currently within the internal range liquidity, let's see what we can figure out within this time frame. All right. So after a lot of ranging right here, grab of liquidity here, dumping lower lows and lower highs for the past 3 weeks right there. Last week was a massive bearish momentum to this side, which took out a little bit of liquidity right there. So with this outlook now, we are looking for more bearish momentum. And where could that be? Going to lower time frame perspective. On the daily time frame like this, we can see that the price was actually rejecting the zone after it took out that liquidity, which is very, very reasonable. So what are we still expecting? More bullish momentum before we have the bearish momentum. Yes, that is also very, very possible. I was taking out this, and ideally, I'm still expecting more bearish momentum on this one right here, because it's looking more bearish. As you can see, shifting structure most of the times, and the price can actually just go a little bit upward before it starts coming down a little bit more. But then we have more expectation for the bearish energy. And on this one right here, looking at what we have on the 4-hour time frame perspective is not looking confusing at all. Just that we might have a little bit of this here and grab liquidity to the upside before we have a bearish momentum. Don't forget, on higher time frame perspective, we're going for bearish overall, but on the 4-hour time frame perspective, with a little bullish run we had there, we can expect more bullish momentum right there. So which means this price level is good. I can expect the market to move this way going forward for this week. All right. So I can expect this to happen. I can expect this to happen. Okay. So this will be it for me for the week on Euro US dollars, on Euro USD. So let's keep this very simple. I'm trying to. On the 4-hour time frame perspective of Great Britain pounds US dollar, we have nothing really much here. This was on high time frame perspective, but this is on 4 hours, which was a bearish one, like my projection during the week with my students in the community. I expected a little bit of this buy and continue to sell even to here. But look at the price. It bought to that level and it sold massively about 78 pips into that range. And surprisingly, the market did more than that. All right. And I didn't check out anyways. The moment the price got here, I gave up on it. Okay. So that was it on it. And let me check it out on weekly time frame perspective. So when we go to the weekly, you see what we have is very simple as well. Just like that of the Euro US dollar, we have a bearish vibe. Over the time, we have a bearish momentum, grab of liquidity, shift of structure, failure swing, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs for the past 3 weeks, ranging between that zone. Last week, bearish massive momentum, broke the previous low we had there, swept liquidity above it, showing rejection pattern right there. So everything this is doing is the characteristics of what? The characteristics of exhaustion. At the same time, we have more opportunities to sell off. Can you see this now? So with this outlook, therefore, what will you do? I was expecting this level to be tapped into before now, 3 months, 2 months ago, I was expecting this price level to be tapped into. But regardless, it's okay. The price can actually still find its way back here before it starts giving the bullish vibe. But currently, we are going to see more bearish momentum on this. And look at the spike we have everywhere. It's a little bit choking, okay? But I'm still expecting more bearish momentum right there. All of this price level, I'm expecting the price to visit the zone. We don't have a momentum zone, a potential zone like a fair value gap right here. Everything has been filled more or less like a balanced price range, and you can see that. But trust me, I'm still expecting more bearish momentum on this. And if that should be, then this level will be the next level I'll be targeting in the market for a bearish momentum. And that would be about how many pips in total? 120. That's about 200 pips in total. But let's go to the daily time frame to see more insight on that. Okay, on the daily time frame perspective, therefore, this zone, I really don't have anything to do with this zone again. This was the daily fair value gap zone I was expecting a sell from. But currently, this is well, let me leave it alone. This is about how many pips? About 245 pips now. I won't leave it alone. Yeah, I'll come back to it later. So currently, this is what we have. On previous days, we have the bearish momentum on Thursday, swept the liquidity. The previous low was swept out right here, as you can see. And on Friday, we had a bullish momentum on the market. And with that outlook now, what are we expecting? More bullish momentum or more bearish momentum? Well, I still believe we'll be having more bullish momentum, a little bit probably to this price level before we have another bearish momentum. Let me see. It looking like we have to deal with something like this and smashing that zone. So this is what I'm looking at Great Britain pounds US dollar. And as you can see this, okay, so this is what I'll be expecting. Particularly, I'll be expecting this in the market. And of course, if it happens that the market just sweep down directly like this, what should happen? We'll follow the price. I'm not going to do anything else. I'll just follow the price and move on. Okay, so this is the time frame perspective on Great Britain pounds US dollar. On the 4 hour time frame, what are we expecting? What are we going to see? On 4 hour time frame, this is really simple as well. We're going to experience a little bit of, I told you about this sweep, right? And the rejection, the bullish momentum, which was a massive movement. Then we have a fair value gap zone to the bullish opportunity side, whereby it can give us the momentum we're looking for. So at the opening of the market, that if the market is not even opening with a gap, which I'm suspecting, the market may likely open with a gap. So market might open with this gap and create something like this and create something like that. You see this now? So this is very possible. The price creates something like this, and then we just have that momentum bearish again and move this way. So this is also very, very possible in the market going forward for this week. I hope you're getting it. I'm just trying to keep it simple. What we're looking for is very simple, but based on different times, different time frames for different traders, we have to break it down this way. Okay. So for me, I'm good with it. All right, for the week. Great Britain pounds US dollar. That's good. So quickly, let's go to the other guy. This is the AUD US dollar. I was expecting the price to get at some point for some reasons. I will check it out now. But this was massive. Come on, this was massive bearish momentum. Considering Euro USD and Great Britain pounds USD, you see that this guy is doing something different, completely different, right? Before I waste the time, let me just tell you. Right here is looking good for a bullish momentum on 4 hour time frame perspective. I don't even know what this guy is saying on the higher time frame, but let me just check. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. This is a daily time, no, weekly. This is a weekly time frame perspective. For a long time now, previous month, I was expecting it to buy to this level, and currently it's shifting the momentum right here, but it's still within the range of this trend line, particularly. All right, it's a bullish trend line range, but then it's breaking through now with this momentum if it continues. Anyways, less concerned with that. It's creating lower lows and lower highs for some times now. So last week was a massive one, which it created about 113 pips on average. And then, well, that's fine. Fantastic. I'll be looking forward to this low. If it takes out this low, then I'll be looking at this level for it to get into in the higher time frame perspective. Okay, and from there to where the current market price is about 142 pips, which is reasonable. Fair enough. Yeah, this is really fair enough before you pick up for a buy again. So is it possible for this guy to do something like this? To do something like this later? Well, time will tell, but let's keep this very simple for now. Okay, so this remains bearish. It's looking bearish right here. It's looking really bearish. On the daily time frame perspective, let's see what we have here. This is massive, really massive. Okay. Wait for Monday candle to form. And of course, this guy too can you see, it's looking just good. I was expecting the price to get here. And this is about 60 pips. It's not really much. Ideally, it's not much. So I'll be waiting for candlesticks on Monday. Probably if that will create a bearish momentum candle for us, or a bearish fair value gap zone rather. So I'll be expecting that to happen. So which means on Monday, if the candle creates probably a bullish candle right there, we'll just be waiting for it to get into this range on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that and continue like this. But definitely, this guy is on a different league from EU and GU. And of course, with this massive void we have here, this is a bullish void. If you can check it out, there's a bullish void right here. If you do that, that means we can expect more bearish momentum as well, as we are looking for more bearish momentum on EU and GU. It means this guy started his own before those guys. Okay. AU has started a bearish momentum before EU and GU. That's what it looks like. It's looking like, but it's a different ball game on its own. Okay. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, I have nothing really much expecting from this guy. Then on 4 hour time frame, it has created that structure already. I don't need this. I don't need this. Sorry. I have to remove all of this guy. I don't need this too. I don't need this too. I don't need this. And probably this. I don't need it too for now. Okay. So, right, what I'm looking for is very simple. We have a massive bearish momentum on this on the Friday. Okay. Look at the market. This is also a very good spot. We can look out for a bearish momentum whereby we can anticipate a bullish momentum that will guide us into this range and take us out of this range and smash here before we have a buy and continue selling later. So this it's looking just like this for me. Okay, this is what I'm looking at on AUD US dollar. I hope this is simple enough. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next one. AUD NZDUSD. Oh, about 15 minutes into this. Okay, can I cover up? I'm not sure. Okay, but let's see. Let's see. I shared with you previously that NZD US dollar is looking good on its own until the news came and we had to low key. I had to low key. I admit I had to low key last week because of the fundamental. But then it is what it is. Prove what you see and know what you feel about the market every time, every single time. I tell myself. So crazy. The thing is right, is right here. It's acting differently right here now. As you can see, shifting momentum, bearish momentum right here, lower lows, lower highs, and the previous low structure I was telling you about, it has been shifted, and that was on Wednesday last week. The market shifted through it. On Thursday, it smashed it. Friday, they retested and shifted through it again. What does that mean? Everything I told you about completing this buy momentum, everything but here is a void as well. You see it's going the same direction, just like AUD US dollar. So which means on this daily time frame perspective as well, I'm just expecting this guy to continue selling. All right. I'm expecting to continue selling. If I go to lower time frame perspective, I might have uh a particular price level. I'll just be expecting it to get into before we can anticipate a buy. But currently, let me just leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. Low, 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 low. I'm just looking for sell, all right? I'm just looking for a sell. So at the opening of the market, what are the first thing to do? Expecting more bearish, more bullish momentum into this range. If we see momentum that guide us into this fair value gap zone, it will be a very good one. But of course, if this will happen, it will be very, very sweet because it's not, it's really stressless. It's like, it's not really giving that stress, you know, it's not giving much to see. You understand? Look at this. So it's just like a complete seller's model, all right? So this is like a complete market maker seller's mod sell model. So nothing really much on here. Let's just go. Let's go forward. All right. This is the US dollar. USD card, nothing much, nothing much. I'm looking for bullish momentum. Anyways, look at my zone. I'm looking for bullish momentum. The price guided us into another level last week, which broke towards this high level, right? So you can see right here. Can you see that? Right here. So the only thing is, after we took out this high and we close below it, what are we expecting for the new week? Most likely more bullish momentum. Most likely more bullish momentum. So let's check it out. All of this price level. Before now I've talked about them. But then let me create something clear. On the daily time frame perspective, let's see what we have. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have a fantastic range. On the Thursday, we have bullish momentum, which that's high. On Thursday, we have a bearish one, which is okay. But on daily time frame, look at this carefully. Look at what we have here. Is it possible for the price to start selling right here? Of course it is. But within this range, the price has gotten to this level. So what can we likely see? Well, in my own experience, little I can see on the market right now, we have a fantastic break out of that order. And it is very possible for us to have something like this as well. And the market still move into here before it starts going upward direction, as long as DXY is strong in momentum. So with this outlook, therefore, well, I can expect the price to get in here, and that is it. So 336 is the number of pips anticipating to get, and that's about 1.43 psychological zone expecting the price to move into from where the markets will be bouncing off at 1.39595. Okay, this is the outlook on daily time frame perspective, and let's go to 4 hours. If you're seeing this, like, share this video, join the community, and let's see what we can make in the market together before the end of 2025 and years after. Okay. So currently, this has gotten to where we're expecting. I was expecting a little bit of sell here because it's normal from 4 hour time frame perspective, which is really okay. Okay. For me now, on 4 hour time frame, what exactly am I still going to do with this outlook? Nothing really much, nothing really much. It has done a bit of ranging back and forth, back and forth. So I can take out this level now. It can take a refinement, and the refinement will be around here. If I'm going to refine this zone, I will be looking at selling it into this level, selling into this level, taking that high momentum and creating a shift to the upside. So basically, this is what I'll just be looking for. All right. Can you see that? This is what I'll be looking for on USD CAD. So let's keep that simple. Let's really keep it simple. right here. So this is the outlook. This is what I'm looking at on the 4-hour time frame perspective, USD CAD, and that is it. Going to the USDJPY, this guy blessed me a little last week. Even though I was expecting at the earliest day, I was expecting the price to fill in at the beginning of the opening of the market on Monday. I was in the community telling my students I will be looking for a fill up. Okay, on the weekly time frame, regardless, this is a good one, giving us a bullish vibe, and of course, I was expecting more bullish vibe on it. And wait, until the opening of last week, we had a gap. So I was expecting bearish momentum to cover up the gap before we have fantastic movement to the upside. Like I do say, anticipating all of those high movement, this price level to where we're going and where we are, it will be about 800 and something pips, which is high, which is really much. But this high level here to where we are is about 300 or 400 pips on average. So which means this will correlate a little bit with where we're coming from on USD CAD. But don't get it twisted. USD CAD is a different ball game with USDCHF, USDJPY. Okay, just like AUD is different from EU and GU. So let's know the odd in all of these currency pairs. It matters a lot. And daily time frame perspective, I'm 20 minutes into this and I don't want to really stay long. Mm. Daily, well, looking good, looking good. After the massive bullish momentum taking out the previous high zone, it's important to recognize the fact that we had a high price level here before last week took it out, okay, with a bullish, massive, with a massive bullish momentum, which is really good. But then let's create something really realistic right here. We have a fantastic sell momentum on Friday, which I took almost half of this. This is 100, 208, okay, and half of that is 100 plus, okay. Now, what are we expecting? I was expecting the price to get here. Truly, I was expecting the price to really get here. So to keep it simple, I'll be looking for more bearish momentum right there. On the daily time frame perspective, I don't know what we create on Monday, what the bank holiday will create. But if it's a sluggish momentum, that means it's going to create us with a little bearish fair value gap zone within this price level. If that should be the case, then I'll be looking for a Tuesday that will bounce into here and fill in this gap. Then we know what else to do. And from there, we can bounce up to the upside. But currently, I'm expecting more bearish momentum right here to fill up the week, to fill up the gap for this week. Okay. So this is it here. This is what I'm seeing. This is on the daily time frame perspective. I had this momentum, I had this outlook, but on the 4 hours, this is what it's looking like. This is what I'll be looking to see. I want to see this gap fill. And if the price is not ready to fill it, I have no problem with that. It's okay. But currently, I just want to see that happening. From here, I want to see a buy opportunity anyways. So I want to see buy opportunity from here. That means I'll be looking at price coming in here. Sorry, price coming in here and doing a bit of this, a bit of that, and moving this way, then we can have it. And anyone wants to have it, we can have it then. So just to tell you that I'll be expecting more bearish momentum from this price level. Okay. So just waiting to see this way. All right. So from here, we know what else to do, but I'm looking for a buy momentum from here. So it will be to be a bounce for me, but I will have more insights as the market moves on. That's it on that USDJPY. USDCHF. Ooh, ooh. Sometime in September, I remember I've been looking at when the price was very, very much younger, premature, I think. Yeah. So I was expecting the price to get here. I've been sharing this for a while now. Check the previous outlook on the weekly. You see where I shared this level 80.74 or 80.74. I think 80.74 thereabouts. Yes. 80.74, 80.74. I think somewhere around there, 80.74. Okay, just around there. So I've been waiting for the price to get here for a long time. And it got there last week. I wasn't aware. I was checking something else. And currently it has done about so many pips, almost 70 something pips. And that is good, impressive. But on the higher time frame perspective, do I have anything to say with this? Do I have anything to really look out for? More bullish momentum, of course. I'm looking for bullish momentum here. When it's done with all of this, I'm looking for bullish momentum. So the bearish momentum is just for a retracement within a range on lower time frame, but on the higher time frame, looking for bullish momentum on USDCHF. And to make that simple, I mean, I'll be looking for this level to break this zone right here, breaking it, retesting a little bit, target this liquidity here, and retesting it and going forward. All right. going upward. So this is the outlook on the daily. Don't get it twisted. On the weekly rather, don't get it twisted. And on the daily, this is what we have. This is what it's looking like. I'm expecting this to happen, but on the 4 hour time frame perspective, this is what is happening right now. So which means we should be expecting a bit of that to where exactly, to what level are we going to see or enjoy the sell get into? Well, I'll be looking at this price level for me to start looking for a buy opportunity. So which means right here, this is my outlook. And with that now, I can actually put the bullish momentum energy here for a signal for a buy and above it, doing all of that just to create a balance anyways. So you're not confused with what I'm looking for. For me, I'm looking for a bearish momentum. That's when this will now look like, oh, it's an inverted head and shoulder, whatever it is afterwards, I don't really care. But this is what I'm looking at in the market right now. So I want to see the price get into that level and creating that structure. Can you see that? So this is it. This is what I have here. 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 USDCHF. That's it. So keep it simple, please. Let's move to the next thing. This guy also he gave some wonderful pips last week. So I'll just stay on the 4 hours on this one and I move to the next slide, to the next pair rather. So what did I do? What did I check out on this one particularly? It's very simple. So look at my outlook to see the thought process. On the daily time frame, I think it was on the daily. I think it was a daily. Yes, it was on the daily. So on the daily time frame perspective, I had two point of interest. This is one of it right here, and the second one is just here. So last week I was sharing with my student and I saw it and I gave it out like, okay, I think the markets will likely look bearish when it gets here. And the price got there. We started looking for short. I short it too, and some of my students make profits, and it's a good one in the community. But so far so well. This was the reference point because he shifted the structure completely and waited for the price to get in here in the future. And the moment the price got here, that was on I think Thursday, no Wednesday, right? Wednesday, I took it. Thursday, I took it. Friday, I was a little bit busy, but I took a little on GBPUSD. Why? I still have more confidence that the price will likely come to fill in this entire gap right there. So to keep it simple, I just went to 4 hour time frame perspective. I gave the shot to the community, and I took it as well. Well, this is one currency pair I barely trade, but sometimes when you see some good setup, so long as it's not a formidable pair for me, I take it, but not a regular guy for me anyway. So right here, if you understand candlestick formation pattern, this is a shooting star at area value. And what does that mean? Looking for a sell. And of course, it sold over 300 pips for last week. If I'd known, I would have waited, but not my style. I couldn't wait for 3 days stretch, but okay. It's fine. It's fine. Actually, okay. So basically, I'm still expecting more bearish momentum on this for this week going forward. All right. Is it possible to just smash down again and again? Yes, possibly. And if that doesn't happen, well, we can expect it to happen this way. And then from there, we know exactly what else to do. Okay. But then let's just take it simple. Looking for a sell. Anything coming up ahead of time, we analyze the market. I'll check it out. When I see something, I'll let you know. But of course, I'll be expecting the price to get in here. At least I'll be expecting it to get in here before reaction. Okay. So does that mean it won't fulfill this entire bearish thing I drew here? Well, it may not. But if the price gets here, please, you can jump out of it if you have made something reasonable, which I believe you must have, because from here to here is about 300 pips. From here to here, we give you more than 700 pips. So, which I believe strongly that if you take that trade, and this is about 725 pips, like I said, so it's reasonable enough. And for me, it's just what the market is all about. So, taking opportunity, and that's it. So, for our time frame perspective, this is good for a sell as well. And Gravity Plans card, please, I'm not interested. And this one too, well, this looked like a trap because on the weekly time frame, daily time frame perspective, look at the weekly right here. Look at the weekly that we have. On the weekly, this is the weekly time frame. So it's within a ranging zone. Yes, of course. But then within that ranging zone, what have we gotten? Okay, over time we have that range, and last week was a math. This is a very bullish one. Okay, it did a very bullish one, and that was over 200 pips in just a day. In just a day. So I did it before then. I was expecting the price to come here, and the price where the price is right now, it's more or less like we have a sandwich right there, because from here to here we have a bullish fair value gap, which was deep, and it just tapped into it. So last week we want to do something like this. See, we have another opportunity for a bearish energy here. So which I think with what the price is showing, I'm looking forward to see more buy into this and sell from here, and sell to take out this low. And with that, we can expect the price to get into where we're expecting. Okay, just like this. So this will be it for me on a group in pounds AUD. I'm not interested in it anyway, so I'm just sharing. But then it looks good for a bullish momentum on a single day to be like this. It looks really good. And then if the price gets here, well, I can expect more bearish momentum. Price continue buying. Yes, buy into here and sweep out this liquidity and then check out this level. Then we figure out if we have a buy from here. So in the future, it is very possible that we have a good buy from here. I'm still going to check this again because right now I'm not. I just want to wrap this up, okay? I just want to wrap this up right now. So this is Griffith Pounds AUD. Not bad. On 4 time frame perspective, how does it look like? Oh wow. 4 time frame. Nothing really much. Let's just keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. For our time frame, nothing really much, nothing really much. On 4 time frame, we have a refined zone, which will be here if you want to buy on 4 time frame. If the price comes back here, if you're on 4 time frame watching this, if the price comes back here on 4 time frame, it will be a good buy for you on 15 minutes and on 1 hour. All right. It will be a very good buy for you there. So let's keep that simple. And I'm on 30 minutes already. Okay, BTC US dollar. Hey, yeah. That last week market tanked about $19 billion, and that was it. I was expecting the price to sell into this range from the time it created all-time high. I was expecting it to sell here before it buy, but it created more momentum than that. So currently, will it continue buying? It looks like, which can be a easy trick on the investors, which I think that the market will likely still create a stronger bearish momentum to sweep out this liquidity before buying. Technically speaking now, technically speaking. So this is also important. We might actually just have something like this sweep here, I'm coming, this sweep here, and you know, just later, just saying, all right, the price can actually still do more than that. The price can find its way to, let me see the daily time frame. Let me see the daily time frame. Okay, nothing really much here. Nothing really much here. Nothing really much here. Not much, but looking at something like this, okay, which is very good. So 100K, no, 105, 104 is very possible, which is where I'm expecting below this level here. All right, this BTC US dollar below this level, price coming back into this range. This is very likely. This is also very likely. And more so, we have a gap above that, but then it will be a void anyways. So the price can also be visiting the zone anytime soon because we have a fair value gap. But I'm not just seeing it as a big deal right here. I'm not seeing it as a big deal, but I rather use this. Okay. So if the price gets here, I can still focus on little buy momentum if that warrants it. All right. This is fundamental now, but this technique I'm showing. So let's just go with what we see on the chart and let's listen to well to what is going on in the world as well. Okay. And then on gold, nothing really much to tell you about gold. Then this guy is on a bullish ride and any bearish momentum caught on this should really be cautioned, all right? So if you're selling this, I'm not interested in selling, but if you sell into this range, I'm interested in buying. If you sell into this range, I'm interested in buying. All right. If you sell into this range, I'm also interested in buying. This range, I'm also interested in buying. If you sell into this range, which all of these zones, they're not realistic anyways. Like this is not realistic. This a little bit realistic. This more like it because gold doesn't have interest in what gold has done so far so well, breaking its own record. Doesn't really do much retracement, like I told you last time, about 23 pips, 23% retracement in any swing. I think gold is good. Okay. So currently, if it does this about say 1,005 pips into this range, well, maybe not. But then it is what it is. Gold, I'm looking for more buy on gold. If it's going to sell at all, I just want to buy from wherever it sells to. And those are the levels I'm seeing opportunity. All right. So right here, as you can see, it is what it is right here. So for me, personally, this is what I'm looking at on gold. Nothing really impressing. But no. I'm not going to be caught here. I'm not going to be caught. Go to lower time frame perspective. If I have anything to do with gold, I'll rather be buying it. I'd rather be buying rather not to sell. I won't sell it. I won't sell it. Okay, this is just this is what I'm looking at. Okay, go to lower time frame perspective for anything else, but currently on good. I'm looking for buy on it. I'm looking for buy on it. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I wish you a very fantastic, bullish, and profitable week ahead of you. Like, share this video, and next time we meet, we'll talk more on this currency pairs. Guys, God bless you and enjoy the rest of the week. Bye for now.